What's up, guys? How's business? It's going good. Seriously, guys, what's up? Thanks for joining us again on another episode of Becoming a Practical Machinist. So we're shaking it up a little bit for this episode. We figure we're sober, I swear. We thought we would let you guys ask us questions for this episode, and boy, did we get a good bit of them. So, all right, first one is, how is business going?
It's going fantastic.
We have easily made more this year than we have all of 2024.
Yeah. I mean, we came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, we
this
did.
year. It's like we got a contractor that works on DoD stuff. Mm-hmm. We got a race team that works with us too.
We signed a partnership with them under NDA, so I can't tell you guys who it is, but being down here in Concord, Charlotte area, big racing area, so many plethora of options. It is amazing. Mm-hmm. And then what else? Started doing work for the Department of Energy, which is awesome. Those POs take a long time to come through, but when they come through, they're good.
Yeah, they take like what, like almost...
It took like 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
From RFQ to PO, so it was interesting. With all the good business coming in, we are investing into the shop. So you guys saw in the previous episode, like we redid the shop. We brought our World War II brands in here, built the tool crib, fingers. You know, got more equipment in here, another machine and the robot system. Awesome. All right, next question. How's the future of Milspec look, and got any machines in mind?
The future of Milspec, it looks bright. Like I don't even have shades on and I'm going to need them.
Oh gosh.
That's how bright it looks.
Well, for the future of Milspec, we're going to keep growing, obviously.
Yeah.
We would love to one day get a commercial space, but I think also we're going to stay here as long as physically possible.
Yeah.
Because there's no rent, there's no extra taxes, there's no extra real insurance here. It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's easy.
And like...
The commute to work's pretty damn good.
It's awesome. Saving fuel that way.
Yeah. So we'll be staying here, and do we have any machines in mind? You can answer that one.
Yeah, we are still in the process of getting a live tool lathe. Mm-hmm. It's between a Mazak and a Tsugami.
Yeah.
So dual spindle live tool lathe. So
do you want to explain to them why you're between those two machines? It has to do with me.
Has to do with, oh yeah. Because the Tsugami having the FANUC control, not beginner friendly, like it's a learning curve.
I'm sure everybody that's ever ran a machine that does FANUC controls are like, that manual.
Yeah. But the Mazatrol on the Mazak, it's very, all conversational programming is so simple and it writes itself. So
we'll see.
It's kind of what I'm looking towards, but you know, it all depends on, like, you know, power supply,
price,
availability, size, being able to fit through a 7-foot door.
Oh yeah, the magical wonders of having a 1970s machine shop.
Yeah.
It's a smaller structure.
Even though the rafters themselves are 8 feet tall, the door is the limiting factor. You have 7 feet.
Yeah, if you guys remember, we had to take the header out and the entire garage door to get that VF4 in here. I remember the riggers showed up and they're like, are you
sure you measured this right?
Yeah. Clearance is clearance, my man. Just trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Send it.
That half inch, that's a football field and a half.
It's dead nuts. Just go for it.
Go for it.
All right, next question. Would you buy another used machine if you were starting out as a brand new shop? This is a really good question because it's not a one-size-fits-all thing.
Yeah.
For us personally, when we started the company, we had no network.
Nope.
When you knew some vendors from when you worked at other machine shops, you know, for like coolant and tooling and stuff like that. Beyond that, it wasn't any like real connections.
No clientele.
No clients, nothing like that. So it's a blessing that we just bought a machine outright because, I mean, it takes time to build that network, guys.
Yep.
And of course, with the issues that we had, if we would have had a machine payment, that would have sucked.
We wouldn't have lasted long.
No. But that's also a catch-22, you know, because if we would have had a brand new machine, we would have had a warranty with it, but no customers to pay for that machine.
Yeah,
payment,
so you have like $1,000 to $2,000 a month payment.
Yeah.
And you have to at least make enough jobs to cover that payment.
So for me, I would say it depends on your situation. Do you have the clientele, the network? Do you have killer marketing set up? If so, go for the new machine. If you can afford it and you have that savings squirreled away, hell yeah, go for it. Get that warranty, start making parts from day one. Otherwise, if you're building from scratch, go with the used machine and take your time, because not having that pressure to make that machine payment is a blessing.
Yes, keep that cushion so you're insulated from the economy. Whether things tank, slow down, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, because 2024 for us was like, yes, it was crazy.
It's like every 3 months, shing, and then drop.
Yeah, and then I'm sure some people are going to be like, well, that's just manufacturing in general, which I'm sure they're not wrong, but as a new business, it sucks in general, just trying to build up their reputation. Yeah, definitely.
Learning curve.
I'll write a book. All right, next one. Are you going to add in the lathe? And did you switch over to a screw compressor yet?
Well, we did already answer that with dual spindle lap tool lathes. Switch over to a screw compressor? Not yet. That is definitely on the agenda though, because little twin cylinder back there, she's just running this one machine. She's cranking everything she's got. Yeah. With the Tormach
and the robot,
and this machine.
And then once we get the lathe in here,
yeah, she ain't gonna stop running. No. So we're definitely gonna have to go with a screw machine and probably a bigger air supply as well.
Yeah, definitely. Faux show. All right. Do you have a bandsaw or buy pre-cut material? Well, this is such a dividing question for us.
Yep.
We do have a bandsaw. We have that good old Harbor Freight Special.
Yes.
With the coolant feature.
With the coolant.
Now,
top of the line Harbor Freight.
The reason we have that is because several months ago we had that copper job pop up. And if you guys remember, they sent us the wrong copper completely. And so when we called our vendor to get the proper copper in, they said, we can send you the stick tomorrow, buying in bulk, uncut. But if you need it cut, our saw was booked up for like 2 weeks, right?
Oh,
and it was a long time.
Yeah, it was almost like a month.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck it, just send it. And Harbor Freight had a saw in stock, and it does its job.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
there's room for improvement. I will tell you that.
Considering, do you remember the grade of copper that was?
Yeah, what was it, C18150?
It was a bitch.
Yeah, it had chromium and zirconium in it.
Yeah.
Oh. It was like stainless steel copper.
The Harbor Freight saw did its job. It wasn't fantastic, but I mean, it's that grade of copper again. It's not the softest one there is.
Yeah.
But I think right now we just had a brass on there, right? Yep. How did that cut?
It'll cut brass, aluminum, no problem.
Yeah.
Carbon steels, perfectly fine.
So that's why we own a bandsaw. My personal opinion is we are a small shop, and unless we have an auto feed bandsaw, you're taking up one of our time standing there measuring, cutting, and adjusting. Yeah. And I much prefer just going down to Alro or Stock Car Steel and buying everything pre-cut, ready to go. So that by the time we get back here, set up the machine and run the job.
Yeah, because sometimes it takes longer to cut the material than it does the machining.
I know, it's that copper. All right, what are you using for chip management? In short, we've been playing around with a bunch of things. We started with those classic yard carts that are kind of low profile, and they're on wheels. And we like those a lot because it didn't take up too much space by the chip conveyor.
Yeah, it was low.
Spout, yeah. And if the kids wanted to help out, they could pick up the cart and like push it to like switch chips over to the trash cans and stuff. Yeah. Current day, we have switched kind of over to, that's a little trash can, and like took the knife to it and cut a nice U for the things pop through it.
Yeah, for the chute to sit inside the trash can itself.
The downside with the circular ones, it seems to fold in on itself a lot more. And then of course with cutting it out, you got to be mindful of how full it gets, because moving it away from the machine, the chips fall out everywhere. Yeah. So just the small one at the machine, but then we have 45-gallon bigger ones
that are square
sitting out on the trailer. So I'll take this and throw it up on those and fill those up, but this small one just stays with the machine. Now we really seem to like these square ones because they not only have wheels on them, but lids. So like you'll see in this next clip, when they're outside on the trailer or we're getting ready to go to the recycling place, if it happens to rain, it's not a big deal because that stuff's already contained. And the square ones are holding their shape a lot better under the weight.
Yep.
And they're more compact, so we can like shove things into the corner of the shop.
Yep.
And the chip alley that we call it.
Yeah.
The loading area for all the chips to get ready to go to recycling. And they fit on the trailer a lot easier so that you can like bungee them versus like trying to, the circular ones, trash cans.
And while we're so like on about them having lids is because we started off with that yard cart and it doesn't have a lid.
Yeah.
So that was a learning curve and rain. So
yeah. So we'll probably keep experimenting with stuff. I know there's always better options out there, but for the price point, you can't beat a trash can.
No, not something from Walmart.
And you guys know us. We love a good deal.
Oh yeah.
And saving money. We're not gonna give you advice and be like, go buy this $1,000 container. It's not our style.
Not our style at all.
All right. Favorite shop tool?
Ooh, favorite shop tool.
For me, it is a software called Toolpath. Not endorsing it, just happy about that.
Oh, not me. I thought I was your favorite tool. Nah, my favorite tool is my digital calipers from my godfather. And these things still are true. So.
Oh my God. Where's the file at? I should pick up a file and be like, my favorite tool is this. Looking at you, Patrick.
I think I have a bastard file around here.
How difficult and how much was it to cost? How much did it cost to renovate the garage into the shop? This building is a 3-car garage and it was built in 1970s. So the front half of it's a little bit lower than the back half. It had 2 bays in the front with the wall dividing down it. And then where we're standing back here is the extra addition, the 3-car part, and it had a wall dividing it here. So none of this was open whatsoever.
Nope.
This was a lot of structural changes, which is why we never started the business here to begin with until we absolutely had to. I come from a very hands-on construction type family. We renovated our 200-year-old farmhouse together. So we're like, hell yeah, we can do this. It's a lot of headers and structural changes. We did the electrical ourselves. My dad's an electrician. So we saved a shit ton of money. I think the most expensive stuff was just, honestly, probably the plywood.
The plywood,
and the structure. We bought structural screws too. We invested heavily. Oh, and rock wool insulation.
Yeah, rock wool. Definitely because of the sound that these, in a small area, and these machines like reverberates a lot of sound.
Yeah.
That rock wool that we put in there, oh man, it kills.
Yeah.
You could be outside that wall right there, and you wouldn't hear this machine running. You'd hear it at the front of the shop.
Yeah.
Where there is no rock wool.
It's crazy difference. It was worth the extra money. I wish. The front half of this garage already had existing insulation, so we didn't bother with it. But man, I wish we would have just switched it all out. Hindsight's always 20/20, right?
We could always add it later on.
But I think the total cost, let's just round up and be a little extra, like $3,000.
Yeah, definitely like $3,000.
And that was
it.
That wasn't labor. That was just strictly materials because again, we did all the work ourselves.
Yeah, because this was all paneling too. Well, this back section had nothing on the walls.
I got a picture of it. They'll be able to see it.
So having to replace all the paneling and all the trim and paint.
But it turned out really good.
Yep.
I love it.
Turned out fantastic.
All right, next one. Can we get a tour of your shop on Instagram? Absolutely. And probably by the time you see this episode, there should be a prior episode of showing the cosmetic renovation of the shop being painted and bringing that World War II branding in here. So that should kind of tick that box a little bit. But yes, I will definitely put it on Instagram. Favorite investment into the shop so far? Hands down for me, that tool crib.
Yeah, it's the organization of it. Oh.
That tool crib. I know like you were kind of against it at first, like going in with all the extra cabinets and stuff. And
but lights. You're right. It really ties together. And we also have 2 more of these standing cabinets back there.
Yeah.
For like inspection tools and liquids and flammables.
At first, I was really just going to have the tool carts back there with like open wire shelving, and we started talking, let's keep it clean and sleek and have doors closing on everything. I mean, it looks clean and nice and lean, and we invested onto those tool holder stands made out of metal. You had been 3D printing them, and they worked. Yeah, they were starting to like bow in a little bit, so just investing into the right stuff here has made a huge difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not only that, those being made in the USA, we're supporting, American manufacturing right there.
All right, pros and cons to having your business on your own property.
Pros, save gas.
It is such a long commute outside. Oh, the coffee gets cold by the time you get in here.
No, it's not. I'll level with you, and I'll say a con. Having a shop on your property, when you have your business off your property, you separate work from home.
Oh, yeah.
And like when your business is here, like I love my kids, all right, and them coming into the shop is all cool and all, but when you gotta get going and you gotta hyper focus into it, it gets kind of overwhelming. Want to use that?
Our kids are great. They love
They're
making
awesome.
arts and crafts.
So many arts and crafts.
So they come in here and they try to make arts and crafts, or like really bad habit of stealing tools.
My daughter likes to also make presents out of scrap parts.
Or like, yeah, or she'll go to the shipping station and she'll like tape up an entire box of like random stuff from inside the shop. So I love that they love being in here, but there's also that no separation of business and play sometimes. For me, the hardest part is separating work from home life. So
Yep.
originally we only had one desk in here, and I would work majority of my time in our house. My brain is always thinking of how can I multitask and get as much stuff done. So I would have my laptop open, getting ready to quote some stuff, and then be like, well, maybe I should just go ahead and start that load of laundry and start the dishwasher while I'm at it. Oh, I should probably just run the vacuum real fast because there's a lot of dog hair on the ground or something. And then I would just constantly get this ball rolling and take me away from actually doing the work I needed to do for the business. So when we did the little mini cosmetic renovation, I was like, we are buying a second desk, and I am making a space out here. And it has been that separation that I really needed. Another con of it being on the property is we have to be a little bit more private about where we're at now and not invite people over because safety reasons. We are very public people at this point, being on Practical Machinist and sharing our life online. We have kids, and I don't necessarily want people showing up at our house unannounced and the kids being outside, or you might be, in your boxers in the backyard enjoying the morning sun with your coffee.
Hey,
Plausible.
don't knock until you try it. I'm telling you right now, get some sun, coffee, and your boxers.
The pros, of course, not paying rents and the commute and not wasting time driving somewhere.
Well, not only that, like say, also you're running a lot like parts, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and granted, they're only like maybe 4-hour cycle times, maybe or less. And you're just put a cot out here, and you can still go in, use the bathroom, make yourself a sandwich, watch TV, play video games while this is running.
Work-life balance has been fantastic since we brought the property here. Like you said, come inside, have a meal, see the kids, family, do whatever you need to do inside. I mean, some mornings we try to go to the gym. We do go to the gym every single morning.
Every single morning.
So what we'll do is if we have a lot of work going on and it's a long cycle time, we'll come out here, set the machine up, get it going, and then we'll just go to the gym and come back because it's like 5 miles away. So it's just nice little conveniences, Next one, who made your website and how much did it cost?
That's all you.
That's me. I use a website builder called Wix. I'm making this way too complicated. It costs, I think it's $12 a month, and it's like I wrapped in having a professional email address and everything like that. So I think it's like in total $400 a year on top of the $12 monthly. It's not too bad. But yeah, I made the website myself. I made all 3 versions of it, and each time I feel like I get a little bit better of understanding what should go on a manufacturing website and how I want it to look. And if you haven't seen it lately, jump on over to www.mil-spec-manufacturing.com and take a look at that new World War II branding. It's awesome. Honestly, ever since we rebranded, our sales have went through the roof.
Yes. And I have to say that a lot of people have complimented the website where they have paid like $8,000 for their websites to be done. I'm like, $8,000 for just pictures and animations and all that?
That's really why I did it myself. It's like, I didn't know how to, but I figured for $8,000, I'll teach myself how to.
Oh, yeah.
How many amps do you have in your shop?
Right now?
That one's 100, right?
100. We are tethered to the house, and it is just a straight 100 from the house coming out to the shop.
We are definitely pushing it. We are at max.
Yeah.
But we have contacted our energy provider, and they are upgrading it. Yeah. They are going to upgrade it completely for free, put in a separate meter and panel and transformer outside the garage for us. And I think we're going up to either 300 or 400 amps.
4.
Yeah. So when we did the renovation in here, We installed the brand new panel too, and we went up to 400 amps just so we knew at some point we would be upgrading the service.
Up.
Yeah, so we were prepared for it, and that's stuff that you need to think about as a business owner. Think of the future, do it once, cry once. How hard was it to write the QMS for your ISO? Dude, it was. I think people overthink it, and I think there's not a good way to explain what ISO is, but for a 2-person shop, do not try to make it out to be the same type of QMS for a multi-million-dollar 20 to 50 person shop with all these extra procedures and stuff. Keep it simple. What's stuff that you would actually do in your shop? You know, in terms of like, for example, the first procedure possibly is when material shows up here, I'm going to have a material inspection receiving report so I can confirm that material is the proper quantity. It has certifications. It's quality. It's not bowed or anything like that. You know, it's realistic procedures that you will actually do. Another example is we have carts at every single machine, and those carts have tools, dedicated tooling for those carts per machine, and they have their own serial number on it so that those tools can be my brain's not thinking. Inventoried, but also calibrated.
Yep.
And like there's a documentation of all that stuff. So very easy for us to do, very realistic to do. Don't make it something that's crazy unrealistic for your company.
Or if you can't calibrate them yourself, you can send them out to be calibrated. So
yeah, if you guys ever need a copy of my QMS, feel free to reach out. I will send it to you. I will probably upgrading it a little bit just because we're trying to jump into a little bit higher tier with a different partner, so they have a little bit extra requirements. But for the most part, for a 2-person shop, you will definitely be able to pass your ISO audit.
Yeah.
Oh, and the good thing is my dad, who used to write ISO and QMSs and do the audits and stuff, looked at it, said it's good to go. So if you need it, let me know. Woo. All right, what's it like working with your spouse?
You want the honest answer?
Just kidding.
It's just like that. It is just like that. 110%.
I think in the beginning, it took time for us to figure out how to work together.
Oh yeah, it's because it's 2 different perspectives, you know. 2
different industries. I came from the culinary industry, which everything has to be clean and organized and perfect at all times. And you're used to working in a nitty-gritty machine shop where
production shops.
It's okay to have a little bit of chaos during the production.
Yep.
And I would come in and be like, oh my God.
Why are these things on this table? They have a designated spot. Don't set anything on top of that granite plate.
Yeah, I am mad about that. That's funny thing. Finding out what our strengths and weaknesses are and finding a good way to compromise, and also where to put us in the business that benefits the company as a whole. Yeah,
but also you got to be open-minded too.
Yeah.
All right. Like, I'll be honest. I was kind of in the beginning for this whole tool crib. I was a little bit hard-headed for it.
You didn't want it back there at all, and I was like,
I didn't want it back. I wanted the toolbox at each machine so it'd have its own station with tools. But you know, I just was like, you know what? I trust you, and that's the result. So I still got little carts at the machine, designated tooling, but then I got this beautiful thing back here.
I think another cool thing about working together is you and I have the same vision for the company. Like, we could hire somebody and bring them in here, but they're not going to go home at the end of the night and think of, how can I be more efficient at the shop? Or how can I win more customers? How can I keep improving and have better quality? Whereas you and I, at least I do, I lay in bed at night thinking, what can I do better?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
And we're just always constantly on that same page of, we have to keep improving, keep being awesome. And yeah. So the passion's always going to be there. So you would never find that with somebody else.
Nope.
Laser engraver.
Laser engraver, yes.
B-roll, we'll do that.
Yeah, we got an awesome laser engraver, parts marker. It has a fiber IR laser, 20 watt, and a blue light laser on it too. So, and it also is put on a conveyor, so it can do batch work and just put stuff on the conveyor, and it'll feed itself down for very large pieces, and it can actually do one whole large piece.
And it has a smart camera, so you don't have to be there to physically line everything up on the piece. It will auto adjust and line itself.
Yeah, and it'll auto focus too. It has a little LiDAR camera on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit.
It was a little bit more expensive than I think other laser engravers for if you wanted just a basic laser marking.
But this one is so like...
It has so many extra features, so it was like something we could grow with.
Well, not only that, it's so simple. It's almost like click, autofocus, and then you just line it up and tell it batch work. This is where I want it to be, and it'll do it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much click and play.
All right, very last question. Advice on finding customers and or work. Both work. Well, I've said it from the very beginning. No one's going to know you exist unless you start talking about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be so about yourself and your company and just be happy to talk about it all the time. You need to get online and post about it. A lot of people hate LinkedIn. That's fair, but that's where your decision makers are going to be, your managers, your owners, your marketing, your shop managers and stuff like that. They are there and they are ready to make business decisions and transactions with other people on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
A lot of people sleep on LinkedIn. You need to just get up there, make yourself a profile, and just post things every single day. That's the key. It doesn't have to be crazy, fancy stuff. It can just be, hey, I got a brass job coming in. Cool. You know, it doesn't have to show the finished work, or maybe a little video of the machine running.
Yeah, just cutting apart.
Everybody
loves machining
I even
videos.
posted a picture of our concrete floor being like, man, I wish I would have epoxied it, and the engagement was through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But just being consistent online and talking and letting people know what you're doing is enough to start pulling in customers and building relationships with people. This is very much a relationship-based industry.
Yep.
And a lot of people think that they can just be in their machine shop and ignore the rest of the world, and that's not how business works at all.
Don't sleep on even going out locally and, you know, going to automation facilities and all that, and actually like talking to those people and just introducing yourself.
Yeah.
Having your
No, you're
the
good.
little packet that we make.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, go to trade shows, go to open houses, go to, you know, whatever vendor events there are. Even we go to our Rowan County EDC, which is business development, and they have a special meeting for just manufacturers to meet and connect us all together.
Yep.
So there are people out there, you just need to go leave your machine shop and find them. Now, what Kurtis was talking about with the little packets is for cold calling. I highly recommend going to cold call people in person because it's a little bit more personal versus doing just a phone call, because I'm recognizing your face, I'm building a relationship immediately.
Personal relationship.
The key to cold calling is do not expect to go in there and talk for 30 minutes about how you're the best manufacturer, why you should outsource to you. Keep it respectful, short, and if they want to keep talking to you, that's fine. So just as a little example, walk in, you know, hey, I would like to talk to your manager owner. You come up.
That's me.
Yeah. Be like, hey, it's nice to meet you.
What's up?
My name's Rebecca. I am Mil Spec Manufacturing.
Sweet.
Hey, I know you're really busy. I just wanted to give you my capabilities folder.
Nice.
You know, if you get a chance, look at it. Let me know if I can ever help you with anything. I'm going to head on out of here. Nice meeting you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
This is at the point, if he wants to talk to me, we can keep talking, but it's his decision because he's running the business.
What machines do you have?
Oh, a robot. But yeah, just go out and meet people. You have to meet people.
Yeah. Yeah, once you make that personal connection with them, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that wraps up the majority of the questions that we can answer. We're almost at 30 minutes on that video. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I think we should do this more often, let people message in what they want to see.
That'd be awesome. You know, getting feedback with everybody else, and I love it. Working with everybody, not just, you know, working on my business, but helping other businesses.
Yeah. What do you guys need to know? Because I've always said it, there's not a book on making that jump from machinist to entrepreneur, and that's what we're here for. It's to help you guys share our many, many expensive mistakes.
Learning curves. Learning curves. Positivity.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us again today. We will see you on the very next episode of Becoming a Practical Machinist.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.